live on YouTube. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Hello, hello. I think it's live. So, just streaming to clear my backlog. Now. I really don't know what to do. So, I don't know if I go full. Let me try full on.
1971. We woke up in a different world, where the Cold War ended along with the Vietnam carnage. All because of the Dome. The Dome. A territory full of anomalous artifacts, phenomena, and organisms. We still don't know what it is. An alien city? Some kind of a testing ground or storage? Whatever it is, no living thing trapped under the Dome can escape it. Yet even this did not stop the research. The major powers created the Cronus Megacorporation to develop and explore the Dome. Its secrets became a lucrative business. The Spires station was built on top of the Dome to export the artifacts and import supplies and personnel. The city of Crystal Sands grew at the foot of the Dome, eventually becoming a major transportation hub. All this required thousands of employees, and there was no shortage of candidates. Romantics, pragmatists, and adventurers of all trades swarmed recruiting centers around the globe, seeking jobs at Cronus. You were one of those people. In 1976, your application was approved, and you went under the Dome towards the future. Whether a good one or a bad one, only time will tell.
Mysterious Dome. Now. Okay. Now. Cannot zoom in. I think this. Features appeared. Doesn't match the hair. This is fine. Does it change anything at the age? No, it doesn't. Well, the photo is not the same, but okay. Background, brains, melee. Oh, skill points per level. Blackwing. I like high-tech weapons. Yes. This. I know it has psi abilities, but I don't want to use psi abilities. No. So, for the ability, more XP. Select tech weapons. Deftness is for AP. More balanced character. There. Well, like laser weapons. Tech makes sense. Tech and science maybe. Maybe for hacking. Nice, please. Item modifications. It's fine. Having more skills, so do. Yes. Oh, Herman Stoltz. Start the game. Yes. My notifications.
A guy wearing thick spectacles thrusts out a sweaty hand.
Monty James, Silverwing.
He glances down at your badge.
Ah, it's you. I found your file extremely interesting. And your CV, wonderful. Inspiring, really. When I had the opportunity to look over the files of my future colleagues, I couldn't resist. I don't want to sound boastful, but silver level clearance has its advantages.
Monty winks. James spreads his arms regretfully.
Ah, you misunderstood. I don't carry the physical copies with me, but I did get a chance to familiarize myself with them. Ask away.
Monty presses his plump hands to his chest, as if in prayer.
Tamako Kimura from Osaka, a physiologist. She's young, but already has a PhD.
James moves so close, his lips are all but brushing your ear.
Just between you, me, and that lamppost, Kimura has an older sister, Ayaki. She's currently in jail, and Tamako herself spent 2 years in prison, but that is strictly classified.
The silver smiles and pats the blue on the shoulder. As the man turns to him, Monty raises his fist in some kind of a weird salute.
Gagarin, Sputnik, Cosmos, Mir, Druzhba, Krasen, SSSR.
He says in Russian. The blue's mustache twitches and his face wrinkles with a beaming smile.
Comrade Vatanen is from the Soviet Union. He's a highly qualified construction engineer. Took part in planning the Spire. He's no spy. Supposedly.
Monty explains, turning to you.
Elsa Olofsson, police captain, City of Stockholm. Former captain, to be precise. Dismissed from service because of a conflicting article. Yeah, conflicting. Let's call it that.
The silver says in hushed tones. The black gives him an unpleasant look, but says nothing.
This is,
Monty adjusts his glasses and peers closely at the orange's badge.
Ah, Quentin Bisley. Grand Theft Auto 3 times in 1 B&E. He was about to go down for 12 years, so he filed for the Clean Slate program. And look at that. They accepted him right away.
The silver shakes his head in disapproval and perplexity.
Sorry, classified.
Monty's plainly flattered by your question.
Harvard. Then I worked in the economics department at Supercolor. They produced a special television model for commuter buses. Did you know that? That was my research. What else? Well, I like sports. Water aerobics is a sport, isn't it? I don't smoke and never eat after 6 p.m. Just saying, these kinds of things aren't in the file.
So saying, Monty abruptly falls silent. The orange is dressed in a new jumpsuit. The shiny badge on his chest reads, Quentin Bisley, laborer. He's side-eyeing the screen skeptically. Despite his tired, grim expression, his gaze is open and friendly. However, the general impression is unmistakable. There's something frightening about Bisley. The orange's face stretches into a broad smile, baring his dentures to the world.
Like everyone, duh. In a black car, under guard. There's other guys too, the ones who go through the front door.
He nods at the black-winged woman beside him. Her nose wrinkles in displeasure, but she says nothing. Quentin raises his hands to examine the devices.
They call them humane handcuffs. How about that? Truth is, there ain't nothing humane about them. They zap you real hard the moment you get your hands on a gun. But they sure look nice.
Bisley lowers his hands again and smirks.
Just that?
Bisley is...
What?
Okay.
A tall woman is watching an ad playing on the monitor, arms crossed. The polished to a shine badge on her black overalls reads, Elsa Olafson, Security Service. She glances at you and offers her hand in a businesslike manner.
Greetings. Please take all necessary precautions. By that I mean, don't turn your back on him.
Elsa nods at the orange. Olafson eyes your silvery jumpsuit and snorts.
Really? I thought you'd be the one to tell me about it. After all, your department has access to all the orders and personal files.
Well, I just got here.
Her gaze shifts to the silver standing opposite and then back to you, before she turns indignantly to the window. Elsa's eyes spark angrily.
Are you saying you will take full responsibility for the possible consequences of that order? Was that a nod? Does that mean yes?
Yeah, if it does something, I kill him.
Olafson turns to the orange, produces a key, and unlocks his cuffs in a smooth, well-practiced motion. Bisley is bopping his head from side to side as
What?
he asks. A man with a mustache and a blue jumpsuit is standing at the window, studying the construction site below through the occasional break in the clouds. His badge reads Igor Patanin, planner. The blue taps on the glass with one finger and gestures you to come and take a look. Seems like he doesn't speak English. Using sign language, mimicry, and all of your artistic talent, you're able to communicate with the planner. Once he's sure you're watching, Patanin points up in the direction of Spire Station, from which you departed a few minutes ago. He sketches the outline of the station on a broad, foggy section of glass. Once he's finished, the blue turns to you with a delighted expression. The blue begins to mark up his diagram with a series of footnotes and numbers. Turns out the station's ring diameter is a bit more than 1,500 meters. Its height above the dome is 317 meters, and the total height of the spire, including the loading docks, is nearly 720 meters. With a series of confident strokes, the planner delineates the capsule's movement scheme, drivetrain, and massive hydraulic brakes on the glass. This time, Igor is quite laconic. He pauses, then confidently writes cargo and personnel in block letters, and draws an arrow pointing downward. Beside it, he writes relics, and draws an arrow pointing up. His R is turned back to front. The engineer stops you with a gesture, and after rummaging through his pockets, offers you a small candy. There is a picture of a crayfish on the white wrapper. Is this candy crayfish flavored?
Crayfish?
It's surprisingly spongy and tooth-achingly sweet. You can only wonder what it has to do with crayfish.
What initiative?
The thin, pale young woman is sitting at the window, leaning against the illuminator. The glass is slightly fogged with her breath. She turns to you. Her shiny badge reads Tomoko Kimura, physiologist.
We've crossed the border. No way back now. Even traveling by the funicular wasn't so thrilling.
The White presses small hands to her blushing cheeks.
You were thinking, why have no children been born under the dome? I've got a working hypothesis, but I'm not ready to share it yet.
She says softly, as if answering a question you didn't ask. Kimura peers through the glass in the direction you indicate.
Oh, that's the aircraft that crashed into the dome during the first expedition. I believe that's a wing fragment, and there's some white canvas. What do you think that is? Maybe a parachute?
The White shakes her head, bewildered.
I just can't believe it. It's all true. We're on our way to meet the future.
Kimura shoots you a surprised look.
You're familiar with the details of the briefing, right? To put it simply, the dome is a selectively permeable environment.
The White draws an invisible hemisphere in the air.
Inorganic objects may exit the dome without difficulty, but any living creature dies if transported back to the outside world. That's why we're all stuck here for an indefinite period of time.
A one-way trip.
Kimura listens without interrupting, as if considering your every word.
It's quite possible. I would like to set up an experiment to test this in practice.
She cuts off, abruptly. You exchange glances with the rapidly blushing Kimura.
Not in that sense. I mean, yes, in that sense, but it is science, you know? It's quite serious.
Yes, for science.
She blushes even more.
No thanks.
Why not?
Kronos Foundation presents gleaming, futuristic, state-of-the-art cities straight from the pages of science fiction. Well-paid, safe employment, career advancement opportunities, and a world-class social safety net. Noble and intellectually stimulating work in state-of-the-art laboratories. We're thrilled to welcome you to the Dome. Please hold on to the handrail and prepare for landing.
Stopping by the door's porthole, you watch as the ground slowly approaches. It looks brown-black through the tinted glass and smoky blue at the horizon. It almost seems like the clouds are pulling apart there. You can discern the regular pattern of a settlement in the mists, hanging over the northern section. If this is the city, it's nowhere near as miraculous as the brochure. Just a few concrete buildings surrounded by sheds. It resembles the hab pods of a space colony in a sci-fi film. Yet, the scale is impressive. In only 5 years, a small civilization has arisen from these bleak sands to tackle mankind's greatest project. The blues and oranges did their share of the physical labor, but the main credit belongs to the brilliant administrators from Silverwing. At least, that's what you were told during the pre-departure briefing. Just as you're about to move away from the window, you notice a whirlwind beginning to form above the ochre plain. The gathering storm drifts unhurriedly above the desert, a crown of green lightning flashing at its core. Clearly no ordinary weather phenomenon. It must be one of those anomalies. You freeze by the window, unable to avert your gaze.
Do we know which whirlwind?
The outlines of the landing site, blurred by clouds of dust, appear behind the greenish glass of the porthole. The capsule shudders as the braking devices engage.
Not now. Hey, Lucas, you got the box? Hold on, I'm on it. There, I'm holding it. You're holding it badly. It's caught on something.
Ted, I just can't.
Ah, hell, put it down. Fucking useless.
I'm only 60 kilos, you moron. Let's have a smoke instead. Hey, Ted, what do you think's inside? I mean, the box.
Come on, move it. Always slacking off on the job.
Work, 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 work. Now.
I didn't catch that, Benny. Where do I put the loads?
Miss Noyan, let's keep it formal while we're on the job. You see, our rate of extraction capacity is good.
Oh, and what the hell is that supposed to mean, Benny? I didn't get a single word. You're such a drag when you're sober.
My dear Lord, May, there's no room in the warehouse. Absolutely none. There are boxes stacked up even in the aisles.
Oh, then why didn't you say that in the first place, Mr. Moaner? All right, I'll unload it here.
Yeah.
Come
Maybe
here.
not important.
Come on now, or you'll miss everything.
A cheerful man in a white lab coat grabs you by the sleeve. A badge reading Ludovico Nuzzi, scientific analyst, export department, dangles loosely on his clean uniform, which still smells pungently of washing powder.
Look over there.
He points upward with a sharp, wide gesture and hands you his field binoculars. You raise the binoculars to your eyes. Under fourfold magnification, the whirling cloud above the rust-colored plains looks even stranger. Its core glows with flickering green light and flashes rhythmically, and that rhythm seems to form a complicated pattern. Nuzzi bends close to your ear.
Fascinating. Do you want me to bring some filters? If we intercept the red and blue spectrums, we'll see something amazing. It's like a signal, some kind of message.
Have this.
I don't know.
Ludovico laughs unnervingly and snatches the binoculars from your hands. With the binoculars raised to his eyes, he minutely adjusts the focus.
It's a massive whirlwind north of Concord, and not merely some desert sandstorm. That's an anomaly. I hope it lasts long enough for me to make a proper observation.
The scientist looks blankly at you, then down at his lab coat.
Ah, this? This?
He lets out a blaring laugh. Ludovico points at the building behind him.
I work in Concord Station, categorizing relics. My job is to classify them by rarity. Then the blues package them, silvers issue the documentation, and oranges move them to the cargo capsule. Just like the one you arrived in.
Nuzzi points upward.
Then the capsule takes the relics way up there, all the way to the spire, then to Crystal Sands by the funicular. They get auctioned off and turned into money. It's not like I endorse this, but we all like ourselves a good paycheck, right?
He offers you his binoculars once again.
Do you want to have a look at the spire? It's amazing. But then you can look at the spire anytime. Now that sandstorm, that's what's truly amazing.
Nuzzi looks from you to the capsule and to the landing terminal entrance. He flings his arms up.
Oh, mi scusi. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. You'd better get going or you'll be late for check-in. Your colleagues are already inside, and the storm is growing stronger. Yeah, the storm is growing stronger.
The white mutters in fascination, eyes glued to his binoculars, which is fixed on the spinning whirl of clouds.
Hello again.
Oh. Oh,
Come back again.
it doesn't have. Oh, I need to. So it doesn't have voiceover for the side characters or side talks.
Well, hello there.
What are you doing? It's fine. Not the blue ink. Not capitalist countries. Okay.
See ya.
Currency. Silver.
Just great, Mr. Salutations.
Hmm.
Have a good one.
Hello, come up to the desk, please.
A tall receptionist watches you from behind his desk with a bored, haughty look. He waves impatiently at you to approach.
Shame not everything has this voiceover.
Noticing your silvery uniform, he offers up his best artificial smile.
Welcome. My name's Dean Rayhead. It's my job to help our new employees settle in. Please wait a moment or two while I register you.
The administrator slaps himself on the forehead.
Ah, I almost forgot the regulation pre-registration greeting. Just a second.
Rayhet produces a reel-to-reel tape recorder from beneath the desk, rewinds the tape to the beginning, and presses play. The speakers explode with a harsh crackling sound, over which the tick-tick of a metronome slowly grows louder. Solemn music begins to play, and the administrator's face takes on a serious expression.
Dear employee, on behalf of the Cronus Foundation, I, Administrator Dean Rayhead, welcome you to your new life under the dome.
The administrator clears his throat and continues.
By joining our company, you choose the path of science and progress. You are among mankind's best, and we ask that you live up to this.
Dean squints down at the monitor.
Deserve this title. Do your job honestly. Obey the law. Respect your colleagues and...
The music fades, and the administrator finishes his speech.
And together we will build the best possible future for all mankind.
Dean puts the tape recorder away.
Now that we're done with the official greeting, I'll register you and upgrade your Selectron. Okay?
The administrator smiles reassuringly.
Don't worry, my friend. As soon as we wrap up the registration process, I'll tell you what to do next.
Dean taps his pen on the desk to get your attention.
Time is money, my friend. Please keep your mind on what we're doing until I get you registered.
Dean's hands hover over the keyboard. He gives you a nod. The administrator squints at the paper in his outstretched hand before setting it next to the keyboard and entering the information into the database. Rayhet scans the computer screen.
So your position in the waiting list was 63,784. You've been assigned to Magellan Station. A special bus will bring you there after a series of briefings. Please pass me your Selectron so I can update the firmware.
Dean snaps the docking port of your pass to a recess in the casing of his computer. The administrator returns your Selectron.
So, colleague, you now have first-level clearance, which gives you access to the archives on the administrative level, the warehouses, and basically everywhere else except the secure facilities. You also have admin privileges at most terminals.
Dean continues.
All new employees have a short list of tasks to perform on arrival. Do you want to hear all the details, or just the short version?
Rayhet nods and points at the ceiling.
First, you need a set of combat gear. Talk to Sidney Maynard, he'll give you everything.
Dean extends his second finger.
Second, weapons. Ms. Margarita Takachenko is the clerk at the armory. After she dispenses your firearm, you'll need to head to the training zone for a brief weapons handling exam.
The administrator straightens his third finger.
According to the latest regulations, all employees must attend a briefing on psi abilities. Applied to instructor Andriy Mihai.
Dean extends his fourth finger and looks at you meaningfully.
Did I tell you about the combat and tactical training? The fourth step is to visit instructor Winston Botherby. And finally, science is the overarching purpose behind everything we do here. Go to Professor Van Alden to learn how to study relics, avoid anomalies, and catalog scientific knowledge. This training is mandatory for all wings, not just White.
Dean finishes. Dean catches himself.
Oh, and when you're done with your trainings, proceed to the waiting room. From there, you'll travel to Magellan by bus.
Okay.
The administrator looks up at you again.
That is all.
He reaches for the tape recorder, but thinks better of it.
Protocol calls for a little welcoming preamble, but dash it all, that's nonsense. Welcome to Concord Station.
As he's about to turn away, Dean suddenly remembers something.
Oh yes, I sent your mail to your Kairos. Check your new messages. Well, that's all, I think.
Messages. $23 to do this. What else? Those are tutorials.
Cronus Corporation reminds you. Please use a public terminal to access your account. Thank you.
No. Normally. What's the classified?
access your account.
Oh wait, I have to tell this guy. I'm ready.
Just great.
Thank you.
Come back again.
Done.
Cronus Corporation reminds you.
Behind the storage counter, you see a small, neat guy. His gingery hair shines with something like brilliantine. His badge says, Sidney Maynard, storekeeper. The silver perks up at your approach. A thick logbook appears at once from under the counter. Sidney puts on thick glasses that seem to age him 5 decades in an instant and studies the lined pages. The silver finally stops and pins down a particular page with his finger.
This is your first uniform requisition, right? You can also purchase any equipment you need for the desert directly from me.
Maynard adjusts his glasses in a businesslike manner.
And before I give you the uniform, please listen to these short instructions.
Sidney fiddles with his hairstyle.
So, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Life under the dome can be dangerous. You may get shot, spill acid on yourself, get electrocuted, or suffer the effects of a dangerous anomaly. You may also freeze to death or get fried. That's why it's important to wear protective equipment when traveling outdoors. Of course, in hazardous situations, the equipment will get damaged, and the more it's damaged, the more often one has to repair it.
The silver steps back from his counter to indicate the repair kit boxes piled in the back of the warehouse. He points back at the shelves behind him.
We've got repair kits for this gear. There are Blue Wing specialists ready to help you at any large base, of course, but they're not always available. So, you'd better learn how to use repair kits and workbenches on your own. It's a useful skill.
Sidney rests the logbook on the desk.
That's all the instructions. Now, I'm going to issue your uniform.
The silver disappears into the back for a while and returns with a small package. Unfolding the package, Maynard shows you a brand spanking new uniform. A silver suit jacket with coal black shirt and dark trousers.
No.
Sidney studies the way the light reflects from the cloth as he lovingly smooths the jacket with one hand.
The Silver Wing uniform is fit for field conditions, just in case. But something this fine, you should treat with care, you know.
He raises a finger.
One more important thing. In accordance with Order 16-225, helmets and gloves are not issued, but they're available for purchase from me. Please bear in mind that a full set includes headgear or a mask, jacket, trousers, gloves, and boots.
Sidney hands you the package.
Here's your uniform. Enjoy.
Sidney adjusts his glasses.
Sure, I'll show you what we've got. You know, we're pretty well stocked here in Concord. Take a look.
Okay, what do you have to say?
Sidney scribbles something in his logbook.
Please come back anytime if you need something.
Oh, these are the, I think the DLC. No. Mastery. Mastery initiative. Prevention. Resistance. I don't think I need this. Cellotic, effective. I don't know what I need or not. Belt, relic slots. science, contraptions. But I 5 encumbrance. Don't know if I buy something, not too much. And shoes. What's the difference? Okay. This might do something. Scan.
Anything urgent, Mr. Krachkov?
Katarzyna, did you mark it as Class 1 again, instead of 2?
Versatile porter. What does that do?
Look, here's the scanner data.
But it's still Class 1. I'm not going to violate protocol.
Katarzyna,
So,
Good day. Bye-bye.
okay, what is here? Concord. Quest. Is it data? Yes, this one. Oh, this is the waiting room. Found. Another lockpick. But I want to go to the training. This is the trash bin. Propaganda videos.
The smell of good tobacco wafts off this tall, portly woman from a meter away. A black lacquered pipe, an open logbook full of signatures, and a metal flip calendar sit on the counter in front of her. A small nameplate reads, Margarita Tkachenko. The woman fixes her coppery hair with one hand and casually lights her pipe.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Her voice is deep and gravelly. Margarita thumbs back a couple of pages in her logbook.
I see. This was your first receipt.
She glances at her Kairos, looks at you, snorts, and retreats to the shelves. Tkachenko returns a couple of minutes later, carrying something that looks more like a toy than a weapon. The weapon seems weightless as she spins it around her finger.
I ain't telling you shit about this thing, 'cause that's exactly how much I know. Laser, schmazer, cadmium battery, fiberglass body, blah, 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 blah. You probably know more about it than I do. Here.
Margarita drags on her pipe and releases a puff of thick, yellow smoke.
I see you know the rules and won't cause problems.
Tkachenko bites down on the stem of her pipe.
Are you kidding me? I'm a different breed. One that doesn't understand toy guns. What if it turns out to be radioactive? Sorry, but I can't help you out on this one.
The black regards the Andromeda suspiciously.
Fuck it. If it breaks, bring it back and I'll trade it in for another one. There was a little cloth in the box it came in for cleaning the lens. That's all I know.
The armorer shrugs, puffing indifferently on her pipe.
It's the least I could do. We have a requisition list from the Silvers. For free, you receive only rubbish. If you want the real deal, check out the weaponry shop. Or me.
Leaning over the counter, the black points somewhere off to one side.
Now it's time for your training. Fatherby is already waiting for you by the big gate. He's a bit dotty, but a good man nonetheless. But before the training zone, go see that wizard guy with his toothpicks. Be careful around him, though. Don't let him pitch you a line. Psychic my ass.
She winces in disgust.
Oh,
Tukachenko grunts a greeting without removing the pipe from her mouth.
Just tell me what you want so we can dispense with all the how are yous and phony smiles you're lot so fond of.
Tukachenko opens
Okay.
the big black logbook on the counter.
what do you have? Taser? Dart gun? Hmm. Maybe that's for upgrading stuff. What is that? Okay. Now. Like this. Well, I can sell
Tukachenko grunts. Tukachenko.
those shoes.
Well, you've got quite an aura. You're a natural. Yes.
I am. What is
A
it?
lean silver with thick black hair and a huge cigar clamped in his teeth is sitting in front of you. As you approach, he flashes a sly grin and slowly raises an outstretched hand above the table. Something really weird happens. All the paper clips, pencils, scattered toothpicks, and bits of trash float up from the table and hang in the air. The silver badge reading Andrei Mihai, Science Instructor, floats up as well. You thrust your hand forward, and your outspread fingers emit barely visible sparks of energy. Pencils, paper clips, toothpicks, and pistachio shells dance chaotically in the air. The silver sticks out his lower lip as if to say, not bad, and gives you a thumbs up. The objects clatter back onto the table.
Here for the briefing, huh? Shall we get to it?
He takes the cigar out of his mouth and exhales a lush cloud of smoke. The silver props his elbows on the table.
Anyway, here's the deal. It's more profitable for people with a high psyche to study psionics. Give me your hand.
Not waiting for an answer, he grabs your hand with strong, dark fingers. Andrei gropes your hand with an expression of fierce concentration.
So, do you practice? Bells, bulbs, brushing mugs off the table, huh?
The silver takes a thin glove covered in talc from his desk and passes it to you.
Look, a glove, right? But it isn't just a glove. This is an ooh mama, hold me tight glove. It takes energy from your noggin, your psyche, and pew, concentrates it.
He counts off on his fingers.
Learn psionics. Put on the glove. Transform energy into the necessary shape. That's the whole briefing. Simple? Simple. Now to your questions, huh?
It doesn't take the psychic long to think of something. A small 2 com bond coin jumps up from the table, and an invisible force folds it in half. The ruined coin drops into a glass already almost full of coins in the same state.
A waste of money.
The silver takes a pull at his cigar and releases a self-important puff of smoke.
Psionics. It's a gift for all of us. The forefathers took off someplace. Poof, gone. Only the dome remains. This. Psionics, huh?
He rocks back in his armchair, puffing on his cigar. The toothpicks again slowly rise up from the table. Mihai spreads his dark hands. Toothpicks hover around his head in a kind of halo.
Scientists say everyone has an organic skill called psyche. You have it, I have it, everyone has it, huh? Big psyche, you got talents. Small psyche, no talents. You'll need to carry a lighter all your life.
Okay, nothing more.
I'll complain to the Silvers about that idiot. They'll take the appropriate measures. I hate those oranges. What the hell do they break locks for?
Stuff. Go first.
An engineer in a bright blue jacket is tinkering with the door lock, cursing under his breath non-stop. Blowing a curly strand of hair off his forehead, he turns to you.
You're a newcomer, right? It's a straight-up open house here today.
He offers you his hand. According to his badge, this is Maxim Penkovsky, technician. The technician slaps the door with one hand.
You have to wait until I'm done. Some orange jammed up the lock with chewing gum just for a laugh. They're like animals, those oranges, marking their territory. If you ask me, they're too gracious about those bastards in Crystal Sands.
Penkovsky grunts angrily.
I wish I could. I'm gonna have to disassemble, clean, and reassemble it to get it working. It's work I don't need, and all thanks to some idiot.
Maxime extracts a thin, sharp, precision probe from behind his ear and dangles it in front of you.
Though there's another way. You want to learn something about picking locks? It's a useful skill in all sorts of situations.
He looks at you expectantly.
Is that even legal?
Penkovsky shrugs.
Pick this lock specifically as much as you like. But in general, yes, it can be illegal if you try to get in where you shouldn't be, or open other people's lockers. No one will get upset if you touch an ownerless door.
The blues getting excited.
All right, looky here.
Penkovsky presses his pick lock, and an odd device resembling a hybrid of a screwdriver and a can opener into your hand.
Using a mechanical pick lock is easy peasy, no special skill required. They wear out after a few locks, while the old-fashioned kind is another thing entirely. Cheap, one use, but one has to know how to use it right. That's a tool for a master.
Maxime takes out another pick lock and crouches by the door. He gives you a quick lesson on how to pick a lock.
By the way, you can carry your tools in your belt. It's much handier to have them right there.
Penkovsky shows you his utility belt, where he keeps all kinds of tools and gadgets.
Actually, finding tools under the dome is no problem at all. There are even devices for hacking terminals and so on.
Maxime hoists up his belt. The blue solemnly raises his index finger.
And one more thing. Always use brand name stuff if you can. Groovy produces good kits. Modus and Supercolor do too. They've all got fat contracts with Cronus, so they care about quality.
He looks at the door again.
Damn these locks. Though I'd rather be doing this than fixing hab pods. Those are a real pain in the ass.
Penkovsky gives you a patronizing look.
Because they're poorly made, warped from the heat, and the filters aren't worth a damn. The modules were constructed by marketing managers, not engineers. Building a city in the desert was also their idea. This project is all about PR. Cronus wants to show the world how tough they are. I I repeat, get a lockpick and attach it to your utility belt. And then, apply it to the door. Yes, apply is the proper word.
So this, what is the number 0?
I repeat, get a lockpick and attach it. You're doing great. All right, off you go. I'll keep working on this lock because of that orange. Hey-oh.
Penkovsky wearily drags a sleeve across his forehead.
You're lucky. And I'm stuck here with the cleaning and repairing. When you get to Magellan, say hi to Duncan for me. Tell him he still owes me that Captain Hyena issue from January.
Welcome under the dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the...
No, I don't
and
want
receive a colorful
anything.
leaf.
This is the dome from the inside. With me, Victoria.
Hi there.
Friendship bracelets? So we can do a no killing playthrough. Okay.
See ya!
Welcome
Bye.
under the dome, an amazing excursion to a world of new technology and the
As you can see, there are
So-
endless salt pans in the western region
this.
behind me.
A middle-aged black is sitting behind the counter with his hands in his lap. The buttons and zippers on his uniform are polished to a shine, and even his badge, Winston Botherby, instructor, has been buffed so much it hurts to look at it. Botherby frowns as you approach.
Your first act is being late for the briefing. You going to be late for your funeral as well?
The black looks you over.
Yes, I see the weapon received checkmark. Looks like you are fully prepared to disappoint me. You are prepared, right, employee?
Botherby leans over the counter and directs you to the doors.
Behind this door is a combat simulation computer. Launch it and begin your course.
He raises his index finger.
The conditions in the training zone closely simulate those one would experience in the field. Your goal is to avoid getting lost and dying of dehydration. And try to aim the barrel away from yourself when shooting.
Pulling a notepad from his pocket, the instructor jots down your name.
Your goal is to hit 3 targets. I'm going to monitor you and advise as necessary. And try not to burst into tears. That's all.
Sir, yes, sir. Action points. Third. One death. Do I save the AP? Only one? Are they hitting me or not. Oh, they hit me, but don't do damage.
Endless salt pans in the western region behind me. The sun reflects blindingly from the salt, and the air is as dry as a
Oh.
wilderness, you'll say. And I fully agree with you. But what if I told you
Like this.
Botherby nods grandly.
You made it through training without making a total fool of yourself. Congratulations. I'll send a report up the chain about your completely unanticipated success. You're dismissed, employee.
there will soon
Okay.
be a real resort city in the west, with bars,
Hello.
casinos, spas, and therapy. Greetings. I don't know about you, but I'm
Yeah, what?
This is
Okay.
See you
What
next
do you
time.
want?
Welcome back.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dome from the Inside with me, Victoria LeGrand. As you can see, there are endless salt pans in the western region behind me. The sun reflects blindingly from the salt, and the air is as dry as a nun's gusset. What an inhospitable wilderness, you'll say. And I fully agree with you. But what if I told you that in a year, you'll be lying by a swimming pool, sipping a margarita right on this spot? Sounds like a sci-fi story, but we aren't
Okay.
strangers to sunlight here. Details are construction. And according to them, there will soon be a real resort city in the west. Bars, casinos, spas, and therapeutic saunas. I don't know about you, but I'm sure I'll come here in a year.
Something bad always happens.
This is Victoria LeGrand, the Dome from the Inside. See you next time.
Yes, give him hope.
With me, Victoria LeGrand. As you can see,
And I was starting to get bored. See ya.
A margarita right on this spot. Sounds like a sci-fi story. But we aren't strangers.
Save? West. Empty. Something will happen.
You see a tall scientist in a white lab coat, bathed in the dim lamplight. He almost appears to be hovering above the laboratory floor. The man turns at your footsteps. He's holding a paper clipboard and a pencil. His shimmering silver badge reads Sebastian Van Olden. He glances from you to the glittering watch on his wrist.
I want us to respect one another's time. Please speak loudly, clearly, and to the point. You must be the newcomer I was told about. Nice to meet you.
Finished with his unusual greeting, he offers you his thin hand. The scientist puts the clipboard aside, raises his watch for a closer look, and sets the timer. He shows you his watch dial.
According to the rules of this briefing, I have to touch on a large number of topics. Therefore, I will do so very briefly. Do not interrupt me. When I'm finished, I'll answer your questions, within regulations, of course.
Sebastian produces his handheld and clicks some buttons.
I checked your scanner. It's working and is connected to the Minerva database. Everything you scan will earn you Chronos or Forefathers knowledge points.
The instructor watches you with displeasure.
Are you listening? Scan everything that might be of scientific interest. First of all, anomalies. They could be dangerous. Make sure to always have medication with you.
He places a canvas pouch in your hand.
This pouch is full of bolts. You can temporarily discharge an anomaly by throwing a bolt into it. It's primitive, but reliable.
Van Olden pushes a button on his stopwatch.
So, my oral briefing fell within the allotted span of time. Any questions you want to ask me?
Sebastian snorts skeptically.
Oh, great. You're even ignorant of the basics. Minerva is a mainframe located at Magellan Base, where you'll be going soon, by the way. The Minerva disk stores the database containing every piece of information about the Dome and the company's employees. It is thanks to this scanning that the database is constantly updated. Are you ready for the second part of the briefing, or do you have any more questions?
The instructor looks at his chronometer again. The White scowls in annoyance.
Do you know anything at all? What did you come under the Dome for anyway? You get knowledge points for scanning objects. For scanning anomalies and relics, you receive Forefather points. Scanning the company's property and employees, living or dead, earns you Chronos knowledge points.
He explains with a sagacious expression.
You can exchange knowledge points for medication and equipment as part of the volunteer research program.
He
Are you
really
ready for
doesn't
the
like
next
this
part?
job.
Clock is ticking.
The instructor taps his watch meaningfully. Sebastian pulls a scanner from his pocket.
I will demonstrate this only once. To switch on the scanner, press the button on the right side of the manipulator housing. The scanning beam is narrow. It's intended to focus on one object at a time.
Van Olden turns on the scanner and continues.
My advice is to scan anything that might be of scientific or statistical interest. Relics, Forefathers objects, automatic doors, vehicles, vending machines, deceased employees.
Vending machines?
He turns the screen so you can see it.
The scanner automatically transmits data to the Minerva system, and you receive knowledge points. Do you have any questions, or can we proceed to the practical part of our briefing? You'll need some one-use stimulator injectors, bandages to stop bleeding, and anti-radiation agents and radio protectors, including ARAD-3.
The White ticks these off on his fingers. He produces a black-capped, transparent plastic jar out of his pocket.
According to protocol, you should have this medicine. I'll give it to you as soon as we proceed to the practical part of the briefing. Are you ready, by the way, or do you have any questions?
The researcher winces.
Why do I have to spell out every single thing for you? Take a bolt, throw it at the anomaly, and it goes off. Any more questions?
The scientist glances at his watch again.
You're within the time limit for questions. The next step is training in the artificial ecozone.
He rests one finger on the button in preparation to start the timer.
You're going to go downstairs and scan relics. I will be monitoring your progress. Please note there are several radioactive anomalies in the ecozone. These are the same conditions you'll be working in the field. Radioactive zones and relics are quite common under the dome.
He smoothly extracts a jar of yellow pills from his pocket.
Here's your ARAD-3. And one more thing. Just...
Another
From
guy.
the inside, with me, Victoria LeGrand. As you can see,
examination to end.
Okay, and
Be careful around the anomalies. Touch one of them and you'll be injured. Toss a bolt at the anomaly to discharge it. Journal entry, a successful scanning attempt. You're doing all right so far. Go ahead. I'll keep an eye on you and make sure you don't screw it up.
aviation.
Journal entry, 2 objects scanned. And again, watch out for anomalies. Touch one and you'll be injured. Toss a bolt at the anomaly to discharge it.
No. No! Go. Ah! Don't have anything.
Come upstairs, employee.
I did take some injuries. Medkit. I cannot. I don't have a shovel.
Welcome under the dome, an amazing excursion to a world.
Oh, this got help. Okay, that's nice. Leaflet. Also prizes. Okay. More medkits.
Welcome under the dome. Technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this information, useful for all wings, and receive a colorful leaflet.
Containers. What is this? I can search floor plots. Oh, money. Nice.
Welcome under the dome, an amazing
Is this a normal terminal? Okay, what do you want?
Hiya.
That's
It was
how
nice
it
chatting.
works.
Hospitable wilderness. I like rolling creeks.
I need to level
Sebastian meets you on the platform.
Your finishing time is within the acceptable range.
He clicks the stopwatch button, fixing the result time. The scientist turns back to his notes.
Not bad. One question. You observed several anomalies while scanning. Why do you think they appeared? I'd like to hear your opinion.
The scientist assumes a superior expression.
I knew you'd come up with something like that. I see you understand nothing about the nature of anomalies. So let me add a couple of points.
He glances at the shimmering blue light in the eco-zone.
The truth is, we don't know the precise reason for these phenomenon either. We actually know nothing, no matter how much we try to convince ourselves otherwise.
Sebastian points a thin finger at the clustered lightning.
I personally believe that the anomalies are the dome's security mechanism. The ones you saw are relatively harmless, but there are different anomalies in the desert, phenomenon that toy with the human mind.
Van Olden clasps his hands behind his back.
I know you don't care, but I'll say it anyway. Scientists today are required to be wonder workers who can heal cancer with a wave of their hand and solve the secrets of the universe during their coffee break. For some reason, no one wants to understand that fundamental science is always an investment in the future. It produces no answers here and now.
The White's gaze strays back to his clipboard.
If something terrible happens under the dome one day, and I'm sure it will, science will protect no one. That is all. Off you go.
Okay, it is.
Please stand by for decontamination to end.
A world of new technology and the riddles of an ancient civilization. Listen to this
Ladies and
information,
gentlemen,
useful for
Level up.
all wings,
This is
and receive
the
a colorful
dome
leaflet.
from the inside. With me, Victoria Legrand.
60. I have 70. I take weapons. More knowledge points. Fan. Cost of items. I have okay, I put 7 here. No. In science, in tech, complex. Oh. With this I get more damage. With this I get more tech. Save. No. What? Oh. Oh. More skill points. Badass. it's unviable, I could, but looks like not. So I've gone here. This I can only enter here. There's nothing here.
Hiya.
Oh no. I will not lie inside a coffin. Lock him up, lock no. I'm too good of a person. No. Oh, I pressed too fast.
I hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, chrono points.
Hey, you. Yeah, you, dumbass. I'm talking to you. Quit staring and get over here. I'm talking.
What?
Glad to meet you.
Stealth.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Okay, I save. so strange I wasn't there to enter, but oh well.
Well, what? Again? Come back again.
Okay.
Wow, look what the wind blew in.
Attention, attention. Please handle relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
What does the...
Come back again. See ya.
Doesn't it say what they are for? Maybe useful. I don't know what they are for.
Hey, you're at it again, asshole.
Okay, you got me, Butch. Old habits. You know that.
Shall we continue?
Continue my ass. Read deal. Everyone gets 3 bolts.
Hey, come on now. Start over. He only did it once.
No, Butch is right. I ain't gonna argue with him.
Course you ain't, you slime ball. If I find out you cheated, your mama won't ever see you again.
None of our mothers will ever see any of us again. Damn dome. I'm all right. I'm dealing.
Okay. And let me save.
I'm all ears.
Okay. 3 bolts to put in that total. Okay, screw it. For please. Can call someone else's number. That's right, the winner of the round throws out one of the bolts, and whoever's first to get rid of all 3 bolts wins the game. Okay. Okay. I bolt 1. Okay, I have 1. The maximum is 12. Seven. Okay. Then a 9 can't be because I have only one. Oh, die. 6. 3, 2, 3. 9? Oh yes, 9, 10. Yes, 9. Okay. No bolts. There can only be 9 because I didn't put anyone. 7. Maybe 8. 4 bolts. Oh. Okay, nobody won. Okay. 3 bolts. Eight. 6. Oh. 9. Does this even matter? Invisible. 2. 3. 7. I knew 7. Okay, I don't think it matters that much. I'd say 7. 2, 3. Oh yes. Okay. There can only be 10 now. I didn't put anything. 3, 1. Okay, 2 bolts. Yeah, 5 bolts. Damn. 4 bolts. 6. I was calling 4 every time. Oh. No, 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 no. 4. 6. 1. 1. 5. Yes, I won. I can only have 1. Oh no, 4 bolts. Okay, 1 and 3. 1, 2, 6. Oh damn, I lost. Ugh. Well, we can always do a bit of scam saving. I will not lose. Okay.
Good.
I already know that. Oh, yes, yes. 3. Let's see. 8. Ah, one of them already won. So, defeat 7. Okay, no one. 7. 1, 9. 1 bolt. 6. 2, 3, 1. Okay, I won this. Oh, I won the last one too. Okay. Let's see. There are 5. 1, 2, 3 volts. Okay. 5. 1, 3 volts. No bolts. And I'm going to say 4. 1, 0, 2. Ah. 3. Damn it! none. Yes, I won. Save.
So where were we? Bye-bye.
Good day. It was nice chatting.
What do you want? Have a good one.
Broken toilet last time. Is that something inside? No. Trash can there. Okay, here. No, talk to him.
Why do you keep bothering me? What do you want? Come back again.
Okay. Okay. No. This. Okay.
Forget something?
Yes, that is finished.
It was nice chatting.
Okay. Food? More food. Hmm? Oh, is this to change me? Oh, cannot craft that many stuff. Yes. Ammo. Nothing. This. Okay. I cannot enter there. Here.
The dome from the inside. See you next time.
I didn't talk with this. This is to continue. What do you want?
Good day to you.
Attention, attention. Please handle
Okay.
relics carefully. In case of damage, your life will be forfeit.
to see you again soon. First day under the dome?
Can I enter here? But before that...
Maynard puts his glasses on again.
You again?
The silver assumes a serious expression.
There's nothing I can do about that. It's a result of the
Sydney scribbles something in his logbook.
Okay.
Please come back anytime if you need something.
This. These leaflets. Yes, for crafting, but I don't know what I can craft or not. Except resistance.
Remember, our honest work will make the world
Tech. Light weapons initiative. Evasion. Super core. Critical hit chance. Mechanical. What's... Oh! I have a shovel here. Okay, one. I think this. The high tech. No, this. Do I have? Yes. A belt, maybe more encumbrance or initiative. More initiative. Equalize. Oh, wait. I didn't equalize before. Am I not receiving money because of that? Okay, let's go back here.
Ladies and
And see.
For decontamination to end.
the sun reflects blindly. Strangest to sci-fi here.
Where do I see?
Contact us.
Can I?
We know what you need and how you use it. Yes.
Did I get that much radiation?
Paid for. Hey, first day under the dome? You feeling lost and scared? Worried about ravenous forefathers and the IRS? You need something but don't know exactly what it is? Contact us. We're Silverwing. We know what you need better than you do.
Wait, didn't I already
Yes.
pick that one?
Salt pans in the western region behind me. The sun reflects blindingly from the salt, and the air is as dry as a nun's gusset. What an inhospitable wilderness, you'll say. And I fully agree with you. But what if I told you that in a year...
But don't know exactly what it is? Contact us. We're Silverwing. We need better than you do. Yes.
Let me see if I was losing money.
Tekachenko grunts a Tekachenko.
No. It's worth nothing. I don't think I'm using that. Yes, I think I didn't sell anything. Weapon sell. Okay.
You need something but don't know exactly what it is? Contact us. We're Silverwing. We know what you need. We know all about your needs because we're the ones who formed them. And now I'm offering you a solution. Listen to my brief educational lecture and receive an illustrated leaflet. Don't worry.
Glad to meet you.
Yes. I don't have.
Bye-bye.
Hey, first
I'm
aid
not
of the dome?
into a pyramid scheme.
Ed, spit it out. I can see that something's bothering you.
Well, it's a bit of a private matter, you see.
God. I'm on already.
Employee, please come here. There's an urgent task for you.
Forgot the case with the papers. Oh,
Good day. It was nice chatting. Welcome back. See ya. Well, hello there.
no other Silverwing? Nah. For that.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, impressive. You are smart.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
The giant display glows welcomingly when you approach. A red light comes on under the screen's steel hood. The camera is switched on. A gray old man with high cheekbones appears and squints out at you from the screen.
Do you copy?
He leans close to the camera, his glasses glittering.
My name is Martin Kingsley. I'm Chief Officer of Magellan Base. We were supposed to meet in person, but unforeseen circumstances prevented that. One moment. I'll grab your file.
He reaches for something out of view and produces a thin folder with your name on the cover, apparently your file. Kingsley opens the folder to thumb through the pages. He marks one of the pages with a pencil.
Silverwing. Colleague, I'll be honest with you. It's crucial for me to know my managers, so I'm asking you straight. Why did you choose a career in our division?
Martin enters a mark somewhere in your file.
We'll find a place to apply that ambition of yours, rest assured.
Kingsley closes the file and folds his hands in front of him.
Thank you for your reply. I learned a little more about you. Now I want you to learn a little bit more about us. Keep in mind, this is not a rehearsed speech.
He assumes a serious expression.
When the dome was discovered in 1971, it became a scientific and media sensation, a worldwide phenomenon, and likely the most significant discovery in the history of mankind.
Kingsley drums his fingers on the unseen desk, his gaze focused somewhere beyond.
I see. You were enticed here by radio advertising, telefilms, and all those interviews, billboards at every turn. Cronus wants the world to see the dome as a stage where something merry and fascinating is going on. But now that you're actually here, I want you to see the real picture.
You can't make out his eyes behind the glare on his spectacles, but he seems to be staring directly at you.
Here's the truth. Nobody was waiting for us inside the dome. It's neither a treasury of technologies nor a cemetery of the ancients. Perhaps what we're doing now is defusing the world's most complicated bomb. Will our mission thrive? I believe so. If we work together and everybody does their part.
He looks back at your file.
I say, do what must be done. Because that's what the concept of the 5 wings is all about.
Kingsley points at the camera.
You're from Silverwing. Special requirements are imposed upon you. You must direct others whilst having no real power. You must provide an illusion of might and well-being, and be honest and wise enough to reconcile your actions with your conscience, no matter that one clashes directly with the other.
Putting the folder aside, he sits back and stares at you in silence. It gets so quiet that the ticking of a clock can be heard through the speakers. Kingsley sighs quietly.
You were probably waiting for some boilerplate welcome speech, but I prefer to talk about real-world problems. Glad to meet you.
Martin nods slowly.
I apologize once again for this long-distance meeting. Now, as we don't have much time, I'd like to get to the point. I'm sure you're curious why you were taking off the bus to Magellan and brought here instead.
He moves closer to the camera.
I'm going to show you a short video. Please pay attention.
Kingsley's face freezes on screen.
I have an urgent mission for an employee of your background and qualifications. I'd have assigned someone from Magellan, but I'm short on personnel. That's why it has to be a newcomer. I apologize again for the rush, but it seems I have no choice.
Martin noisily clears his throat.
Maybe you've heard about Nashville Base. While preparing the materials for this mission, I came across a short documentary film about the complex. I think you should watch it.
The speakers produce a hollow click. Purple, gray, and black spots flicker on the screen. A blurred title The Cronus Archive 1971 to 1974 was used in the production of this recording, appears at the bottom. The shadow of an airplane flies across a faded yellow desert. A cheery voice fills the room. Every day, our researchers uncover more and more of the dome's secrets. There is no doubt the underground structures, so-called objects, are organized according to some pattern. Though early on, the importance of the relics to scientific research was considered insignificant. The desert dims into the black of a chalkboard. White lines drawn by an invisible hand begin to sketch a schematic of the dome. The narrator continues. By 1972, however, many important discoveries had come to light in a period of only a few months, and the construction of stationary research bases adjacent to the more promising objects began. Personnel moved into Ankara in May of 1972, and within half a year, Boston and Dessau were also brought into service, though the biggest discovery was yet to come. The picture changes to a chasm suffused with electric light, people bustling about everywhere. The speaker's voice seems to come from a distance. In November of 1973, a massive network of underground caves and a structure of hitherto unseen complexity was discovered in Sector C-12. Soon afterwards, the construction of C-12 Nashville began. The camera glides through dim caverns as the silhouettes of bizarre mechanisms emerge. Metal structures loom up from the dark, surrounded by earth-moving machines and exhausted miners wearing orange jumpsuits. The speaker continues. C-12 Nashville is an innovative research complex located atop the primary relic mining location. The complexity of this object is unique. Communications. The film abruptly cuts out, and Kingsley's face reappears.
The rest of this information is classified. Hopefully you get the main idea. Nashville is a very special place, requiring people with both special qualifications and special clearance level, though yours will do for your task.
The chief officer bends threateningly close to the camera.
I thought I made myself clear. That information is classified.
Martin adjusts his glasses.
So, the task. Nashville base stopped transmitting and receiving signals yesterday evening. A reconnaissance group was sent out earlier today, but we haven't heard anything from them yet either.
The chief officer rubs his forehead.
Normally, I would never give this task to a newcomer like yourself, but I just don't have enough people.
He looks down at the documents again.
Furthermore, the group was lacking someone with your specialization. I thought the mission would be quite straightforward and didn't send any administrative personnel. Now I suspect the Nashville situation may be much more complicated.
Kingsley is looking into the camera once more.
Your task is to get to Nashville, figure out whatever's behind the communication problem, get in touch with the group, and work with them to solve the problem.
The chief officer carefully returns the documents to the folder. You notice his hands tremble slightly.
Go downstairs. The truck must be waiting for you in storage. This task is urgent, but a small delay is acceptable if there's anything you need to settle here first. That is all. Any questions?
Kingsley's hand reaches toward the camera.
Great to hear. Take care of yourself. I'll talk to you later.
Yes?
was nice chatting.
Okay.
Squabble with the wife? Scratched up the paint on...
I cannot move. Insufficient ability. What is this? Mind clearing? Oh wait, didn't I receive another relic?
Telling you again.
I wonder what happened if I just walked out the car.
I'm all ears. See ya.
What the heck is that? A cockroach? It's a big cockroach. Oh, I leveled up. Oh, didn't see what that was. Money.
What do you want? Well, hello there. See ya.
Learnability. It's the experience I gained. Well, does it unlock? Okay, this. I have 7. Maybe one of these. Back to 30. points per level. This is the one that I have. Let's see. Can I go there? Does that track do? Was 30 the minimum to move this? Yes. Is there anything I can do? No. There is no old box. Temporary. Okay. Now, I really want to try that. Save. Let's see. That. That. Okay. So that's what happened. Let's see the other. Let's see it was. It's the same. Okay. Well, since I saved, it's almost time to eat, so I'm gonna go. Is that the... How do you see how much experience? Yes, okay. I'm gonna go now.